Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Market Prep. I hope you're having an amazing morning. Hopefully, you guys had an incredible weekend. Good morning, Peter. How are you doing this morning, my friend?
Good morning, Carlos. I am fantastic, actually. Having a good day already. Gone out for a nice walk in the forest with my furry friend. Been back. Had a good weekend. Out to a cottage, went swimming, had some friends over yesterday. Nice, fairly relaxed, but a good weekend. How about you? What'd you do this weekend? Anything fun?
I
You
went
were
to the
going
Monster
to
Truck Show.
Monster Truck. Yeah, that's what I was going to
Yeah.
ask.
I was a lot
And
of fun. It was the first time I went. So my first time, and I took my son with me.
okay.
Man, I have never seen him so excited. It was unbelievable. So we had an
Really?
amazing time. Can't wait to do it again, but in a different stadium. This Prudential Center where New Jersey Devils play. I know you can relate to the hockey thing, right? It's very
Hmm.
small. So they only had like one
Okay.
mountain when they usually have like two or three. So very small. But for him at his age was wonderful, man. But yeah, had a great time. Peter, do you want to know how much I spent with just two people, me and my son? This
I
thing, this
shudder
thing
to think.
came
Yeah.
out to almost $300.
$300. I'm
I
not
paid more
surprised.
on food. I had only one beer, and he had a toy that was like $50. That probably cost $20 in anywhere else. It's just insane. The prices are unbelievable. Like, how do a family of four, five, or six go out and have a good time? You just can't do it. Just can't do it. Unreal.
You
But
gotta
all worth
really,
it, man. I had
really
a
like your
great time.
monster trucks.
You gotta really be in love. And you can see it, like there's a lot of empty seats all over the place. But nevertheless, man, I got some videos of him just enjoying himself doing the air guitar. It was wonderful, man. Just wonderful. Um,
Well, good.
but yeah, man, we are in the middle of red, Peter. I got my red
Yeah.
shirt on. I turned my lights red. I'm just like, this is bloodbath day, friends. Just unreal. Well, not unreal, but just exciting what's happening here in the markets today. So quick
Well,
look at our
I went the
gappers
other way.
list.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
Willis a little bit of green
you're
here. I
gonna
thought I'd counterbalance you. Put on my green shirt.
yes.
So
Yes, I'm winning for now, but hopefully I'm not winning by the end of this show or by the end of the day and things turn around. You just never know. This market is wild.
that's
Quick look
true.
at our gappers list today, guys. Only two that are in the green. K and SSL are both in the green this morning, and we'll see how in the world they're in the green side of things. So we'll look at that in a second. But today is a landslide of red. I mean, you name it. There's probably about 50 plus tickers. No more. No, there's more. Oh, this is the whole market. Every ticker's
Yeah.
down more than 2%. So it's massive. Today will be a day where I'll probably look at a lot of usual suspects because you just can't go through this list. So look at the top five. For some reason, we got some that are massively down today. Bitcoin looks like it's been taking a hit. So we'll look at what's going on with BTC there. But that's
Oh yeah.
all of them. All of them are here.
Oh yeah.
GameStop, I mean, you name it, man. This is going to be insane. So good morning, guys, over on YouTube. Good morning in our chat. Peter, any economic data happening for today?
The only thing we have two sort of minor announcements coming later this morning, where we have the U.S. Services PMI and then the ISM Services coming out 9:45 and 10 a.m. respectively, and that's it. Nothing in the afternoon, nothing after that. So just two minor pieces of data. So really, this market is going to have to survive on its own. It's not going to get any reprieve from some strong or some positive economic data for to lift it up. So yeah, it's pretty quiet.
Yeah, it sure is. Look at the spot here, continuing to make a brand new low right now as it continues to drop here. So new pre-market low, and it is just highway to hell. And don't expect, like you said, don't expect economic data to come rescue you. That's not going to happen today. Let's see why in the world is K up this morning. So Kellanova is up 22%. They must feel very high and mighty to be the only ticker in the green this morning. Peter, what did they do right that has them on the green side of things today?
Well, you know what? No matter what the market's doing, people always need cereal, I guess. So, Kellanova is the official name of this company, but they make lots of famous brands. They are on the news for two reasons. One, they're sort of they're in acquisition mode, so there's a rumor of an acquisition, although unconfirmed at this point. And they actually received two different upgrades this morning. So two different upgrades, pegging their price at about $76 and $74 respectively. So that's what's got them moving. And I noticed the price seems to have gone right there. That's actually pretty impressive that that the price has moved to that level, especially being that I said this acquisition is as far as I know, it's unconfirmed. It's hard to say though on this one because they are being considered being acquired by Mars, which is not publicly traded. As far as I know, it's still family owned, I believe, and private, which means that usually often the terms are a little vaguer, right, until it's absolutely nailed down and the paper signed. So I would assume then that they'd be taking this private, but I don't know for sure. So we'll have to wait for more on this. Now, it's in a risky position, of course, because it's up so much on a day where, like you said, Carlos, the market is unquestionably down. So this could very well suffer from, a lack of news could very well start to bring it down. We'll have to see what happens. Keep in mind, if you look at it so far, we've only traded 500,000 shares. So, there's not a lot of deep pockets that have weighed in on this. And I'd be worried about, just don't assume it's going to go higher because this could very well drop heavily, at least, lose a lot of these gains once we get some volume at the opening bell or even a little bit before. So worth keeping an eye on. Who knows what's going to happen, but at least now you know why.
Yeah, I agree. We might be having to eat cereal after we're done if this sell-off keeps happening here. So they could be in a good position to be selling at this time for a higher evaluation. Let's take a look at IREN this morning. Let's go to the gap down list. IREN gapping down 30% today, as you can see here. Typically not a great trader on a day like today, even though they're leading the gap up list. There's going to be way better stocks to look at. This is not going to be one of them on my list. Today they can have the best day ever for them, but they're not going to be on my list. It's just way too many on here that are going to be much better. Peter, anything specific? No. I know there's some of these with individual news, but anything on IREN?
Well, this is part of the whole Bitcoin play. So we might as well just go there. You got to look up Bitcoin, hashtag BTC. Somebody, if there was somebody to get fired, somebody's getting fired. But, this is the whole point of it, I guess. There's nobody to fire. Bitcoin is at $50,000, $50,800 right now. And remember on Friday, we closed we were sitting 63, 64,000. So I don't know. Look, get ready, guys. Buckle in. We got a rant coming. This is why you got to be very careful if you're going to trade cryptocurrency. I mean, if a traditional currency dropped this much, right, the country would have to have been bombed and literally on fire. So you could hate fiat currencies all you want, but the reality is you're not going to see this type of like a 23% drop in the currency price on an overnight trading session. If you just look at that daily chart on Bitcoin, I mean, all of this happened pretty much yesterday when it sort of gapped down lower and then traded a little bit lower in the trading session. So I mean, how do you possibly manage this with appropriate risk when you can get this massive type of drop on the value of your investment? So, it can be fun to play with, good to trade, but just understand the risks. Today is, to me, a great example of the risks of trading and managing Bitcoin. So, it's a tough day. So everybody that's got Bitcoin holdings, they're a Bitcoin miner, they're all going to be on the gap down list. We started with IREN, but Mara, Clean Spark, Coin, obviously, like name your favorite. They're all sort of on this gap down list, and it's all the same story. So yeah, we'll see if Bitcoin makes a recovery. Keep in mind, Bitcoin doesn't typically trade in a lot of range during market hours. So during the course of the day today, it might gain a little bit, it might lose a little bit, but it's probably not going to move significantly. We'll have to wait till the close and see what happens overnight if it can regain some of the hard-earned gains. I mean, we We are lower than we've been since February. Yeah, we haven't been here since sort of early mid February. So it's yeah, it's tough morning here for all of our cryptocurrency investor people.
Yeah, sure is, man. Not fun. I do like Bitcoin when it is in play. Like you said, not sure how much of a move we're going to get here. I will watch Mara though. I'm going to put Mara on our secondary list here, so I'll put Mara there. And I got to figure out why my BTC hashtag BTC is not working. It used to work and then it's just stopped.
Oh
So
no,
I got to figure
it
out
was
why
working
that.
for me
Yeah,
this
like
morning. I'm able to get it.
it's just me. It's like if I put
Oh,
hashtag BTC, it just doesn't come up, right? And it used
huh,
to.
weird.
So I gotta
Yeah,
figure out
that's odd.
what uh, what the deal is. All right, so friends, there you have it. That's gonna cover a lot. IRN, Clean Spark, Coin, Mara, Riot. I mean, there's still a bunch in here. Hood is part of that, right? Because they play in that field. So that's gonna cover a whole bunch. I see Serve. What is Serve? Serve coming up here. They're down 28%. If you guys remember, this thing was in play last week, went all the way from in the last 2 to 3 weeks from $4 to 25, and now back down to
Yeah,
10. So
this was
it's just a little place.
yeah, this was being moved by the investment by Nvidia a couple of weeks ago when they announced they were adding to their existing investment, and they were just riding that for a while, and now they're yeah, everybody's like, okay, well, fun's over on that, I guess. I mean, Nvidia still has their investment; nothing's really changed on that front, but you can see I don't know what people were expecting out of the company, but whatever it was, apparently didn't happen. So now we're dropping back down.
Yeah, I could see that here. All right, so yeah, not looking too good right there. I prefer to trace something else, so I'm gonna go through this list. There's just so much on here. We'll look at you know what? I'm gonna stop here. Today's a different type of day. Going through this list, Peter, it's just probably not gonna help us a whole lot. Do you have anything you want to cover on this gap down list that is interesting?
Well, I have a couple that may or may not be on the list, but I know the first one is not Tyson Foods, TSN. It's still we're still in earnings season, right? So there's still a bunch of earnings. Not many that we trade. I was tracking TSN just because they have been on our list in the past. They're only down about I don't know 1/3% or so. But Tyson Food had earnings and they beat their numbers top and bottom line. Apparently, vegetarians are crying into their kale because meat
What's the
sales
ticker,
are
Peter? I'm
up.
sorry. What's the
TSN.
ticker right now?
TSN.
TSN. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
there we go.
There you go, TSN. So, yeah, is so as I said, it's a bad day for vegetarians, good day for Tyson Foods. Is they're selling more meat. That probably said, you know, it can sometimes move. It's been on our list in the past. Probably with so much movement in the market down today, it's not going to be the most interesting thing. The only other earnings play that I was tracking is BNTX. Again, it's a biotech that's been on our list in the past. BNTX BioNTech, I guess is the name. That's not a very German name, but anyways, they were a play that, if you remember, we were playing during the pandemic because they had David from Florida. He's always got the memes going. They are seeing lower demands for their COVID-19 vaccine. So they've got a partnership with Pfizer on that one, but it's not saving them. Like once again, fewer and fewer people are worried about the vaccine and updates. And, it is still changing, mutating like the cold virus, but less people are paying attention these days. So, yeah, BNTX dropping sort of with the market on its earnings. Other than that, Carlos, I mean, I guess we got to go back to the same old players because I mean they're all down. Like I literally have no no green on any single ticker that's on my list, from Apple to Microsoft to Tesla to, of course, the semiconductors. They all seem to be down. So if you guys have a red ticker anywhere, it might just be fun to find it. But I don't know. Everything's red, so pretty much, short it will. Pick your target. Have fun with whatever you want to have fun with. There's good volume out there, by the way, on a lot of things as well. So the VIX is green. Yeah. All right, Jetang. Yeah, the VIX is green. Of course, the volatility index is going to be very green today. As when the markets drop like this, that brings volatility sky high. So Uh, no question about that. Although we were talking about this on Friday, actually, Jared and I. Don't get fooled. VIX, if you look at it on a short term measure, is going to look incredibly high. This is a basically it's an ETF, right? It's an indicator of volatility in the market. So green means that volatility is high, but you just have to go back. Like look at a weekly chart. Let's go back and look at volatility. I mean, it is spiked up here, but we're still only 2/3 of the way, if you will, to the level of volatility that we saw back during the pandemic, and so we still could go much much higher. Now that being said, volatility is very high compared to recent levels, so I think the market is going to be a little nervous by that, and we're probably going to see some continued. It's not going to turn around. That's my prediction. I don't think it's going to turn around today. We might get a little bit of movement up, but I think that for the most part, we're going to stay in the red. It just feels like there's a little too much concern here to recover this. But hey, I've been surprised before. Remember, like I keep saying, it's summer, which means volumes are lower, and with lowered volumes, you can get outsized moves. So we could completely rebound. This is why I'm going in today, just waiting to see what we get. And whatever the market's going to give me, I'm going to try and look to take advantage of, up or down. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. I think we're going lower because the Fed is not going to come to save you, right? They already put in their rate, not cutting rates last week, and they're just not going to start saying, "Hey, we're going to cut rates as an emergency," because that will set in panic. So they're not doing that. They're going to stick to their guns. And I don't know, did Powell make the right call here with the information that has come out, right?
I don't
We
know.
don't know. We never will
The,
because
the high volumes are why I think we're going to stay down, by the way, in case anybody's wondering. Like, if you look at our old standbys, Tesla and Apple, both over 6 million shares traded. AMD's got 3 million shares. NVIDIA's 39, almost 40 million shares traded so far this morning. So what that tells me is we're already getting volume that's sort of supporting this move down. If we had that big volume and we started to reverse, then I would say, okay, maybe we've got an opportunity. Or if we had low volume and we were down, there'd be a better chance of reversing. But it just feels like people are already saying, hitting the panic button a little bit and saying, yeah, this is not looking good. So yeah, I think it's going to be an ugly day for long-term portfolios. Could be a great day for trading though, right? Like don't second guess it. Again, I want to stress this. It doesn't mean that you can't get good pops. We might get some excellent pops. It doesn't mean it's going to take things red. I mean, take things back green, right? But you could trade long today and make a lot of money in a down market. Just let the price action dictate what you're going to do. Just be careful with it
Yeah,
out there.
yeah. Absolutely. I mean, look at Nvidia. Nvidia's got to go $15 almost to be in the green again. You could still get a
Right,
$6, $10 move and still be in the red
right.
today, but you can do pretty good. So, absolutely, man.
Exactly, Carlos.
Um,
Exactly. Yeah.
Speaking of Nvidia, I'm going to add that into my list. They also had some issues. They reported and they haven't confirmed yet, but some design issues with their new chip release that might delay their chip release into next year. So, interesting
That's
stuff there.
true. This is
Yeah,
the Blackwell, right? Their AI
Blackwell.
chip.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so they were very vague about that. I who knows what to make out of it, right? But soon as they feel compelled to tell the market that yeah, we're a little bit delayed, the problems are probably deeper than they're admitting to. They're just hoping they can fix them before it becomes massive and takes them out of the leadership role. But let's face it, they are pretty solidly secured in that leadership role in the AI chip manufacturing space. So I mean, this Blackwell chip would have to be delayed by 6 months and then be underwhelming when it hits the market for I think Nvidia to suffer hugely because of that. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Yep, I agree. Good question in the chat here is, well, everybody knew that we're not cutting rates. Why is the sell-off so bad? It was the numbers after that, right? It was the Thursday number and the Friday number, right? So I think it was the job number, and what was the other one, Peter? There was something else on Thursday. They
The
came
employment,
in
we had unemployment.
at the employment, yeah. So they messed everything up. So when the market saw that, it's like, wait a minute, what's going on here? Now that the fear is that JD might be cutting, J Powell, I say JD, J Powell might be cutting a little bit too late. As far as the rates, right? So that's the problem. We're fine on
Yeah,
Thursday. If you went home and you closed the door, you took off Friday, you showed up today from your vacation out in the mountains, saying what just happened, right? So you're not doing happy depending on what side of the fence you are. But again,
You
it's
got to
it's going to
keep in
be
mind
opportunity
that,
for us guys. Yeah,
yeah, this is very typical of the market, though, right? So keep in mind what we've been looking at for the last year or so, right? So rates have gone up. The Fed has said we've got to cool the economy because the economy is moving too fast. So every time we saw a negative economy picture, right, slowing growth, higher unemployment, what did the market do? The market went up because the market went up, saying, "Well, that's good. The economy's cooling, which means all those Fed rates that they increase can come back down." So finally, the Fed says, "Hey, it's looking okay." And they didn't even reduce the rates, right? They just held the rates the same, but sort of strongly indicated they would reduce rates in September. Now that the economy continues to cool, everybody's, wait a second, maybe it's slowing too much, right? Like the I don't know. I don't understand why Wall Street has this panic mentality that happens quite often, where it's like everything is actually moving the way it's supposed to, and then everybody's, well, wait a second, maybe it's too much, maybe it's too good. Oh my god, right? So I feel like we're in this unreasonable panic station, but it's the same way we had the unreasonable euphoria to get us to the state where we're at, right? So,
yeah,
exactly,
yeah,
Sharif. There,
absolutely.
that's well said. Careful what you wish for; you just might get it. So, it's just, I think generally, I mean,
There's no
I do
win-win. There's
understand
no
why.
win-win on this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I should
yeah,
I should say I do understand why, because you got to remember Wall Street gets paid the biggest bucks if you're first. So everybody wants to be first. So this is why you get the big swings in momentum, right? Because as soon as one big bank or analyst group starts to move in a direction, everybody's like, well, we want to get there first, right? To maximize our gains and our opportunity, because you don't want to underperform your peers, and that creates these ridiculous movements. And like I keep saying, right, in summer these movements are exaggerated because you do have lower volumes. Things can move farther with less volume based momentum. So just keep that in mind. So it's trading opportunities, but yeah, don't get caught up in the panic. Let's take
yep,
advantage.
yep. Absolutely. Friends, let's look at some tickers you guys like this morning. Then we'll head over to what's happening for this week, and then we'll set some levels. I mean, I think I kind of know what I'm going to be watching. It's the top four that I usually end up with today. Nvidia's already on there, but someone's mentioning INTC over in our YouTube chat. If I look at that one, yeah, these guys got issues, man. They got issues. Their earnings last week was really, really bad. They did like at least four major red things that indicates the future's not looking too bright. At least temporarily for the moment, right? Short term. Are they in play today? I don't know. I do like the fact that it's a ticker that actually has some kind of news, right? Which is earnings from last week, so that could be interesting. Everything else is
Mhm.
going to move with whatever the spy in the queue does, right? So I'm trying to find tickers that have their own individual news besides K, because that just looks horrible pre-market. That I think are going to be interesting, right? So Nvidia is one of them. They have some news that's not confirmed yet, so we'll see. It's all about expectations, right? So whether it impacts the company's bottom line at the end, we won't know that until a few months down the line. But I have Nvidia here. Intel looks good as a secondary for now. We'll see what it does. How about in chat? What do you guys like this morning? Let's take a look here. We have nothing. You guys have not like nothing today. So here's what we
Nobody
do.
likes
Oh,
anything.
Meta.
It all looks horrible.
Meta, yeah, Meta's good. Meta's good. Yeah, I like Meta. They're moving a million shares traded right now. It's down 7.7. Yeah, Meta could be fun today. We'll add that to the list. Amazon is another one of our usual suspects as well. Again, that this one could be also one to look at. I'm gonna add this to my secondary because Amazon is funny. It trades well, but I tend not to trade it too well. So I don't know what is it about it that doesn't allow me to trade as good as I would like. So gonna put it on a secondary and see where that goes for the most part. Apple's another one that we'll be looking at today. You can see here, big drop down 10% this morning. So I'm gonna add that to my main list because I love the way Apple trades when it is in play. So we'll add that there. And heading over here, how about over on YouTube? We got Intel already. The VIX, yeah, be careful trading the VIX. I don't usually trade these ETFs. So be very careful, guys. As Peter mentioned a little bit about this earlier, if you missed it, but just be very cautious on trading these leveraged ETFs. There's just they could be brutal, right? If you're caught in the index, right? Correct. You could be caught on the wrong side of things. So with this and everything leveraged today, like, do you need anything leveraged? You got Nvidia down 13%. You got to trade a leveraged ETF in Nvidia. I don't think so. Or tech? Not today. I mean, I don't think you do. I mean, this is really moving quite a bit this morning, so just be careful. All right. What else, friends? What else we have? Nothing else. Nvidia, Meta, Apple. Of our, how about AMD, our good buddy? AMD this morning down 6.8. Peter, you'll be watching this today, so I won't add it to my list.
You bet.
I know you'll be watching on deck, so I can look out for your calls on that one. PLTR. Let's see what we have here from Marco over on our YouTube chat. 5 million shares traded. Yeah, 14.2. This is in play, obviously. You could watch it if you like. Me and PLTR don't get along, as you guys know. We just have a not a love and hate. We have a hate and hate relationship. So it just doesn't work out. So I'm gonna keep it off my list.
Do
It just
you
doesn't work.
though?
I tried. I
I don't think
tried. I tried. I
PLTR
really tried.
hates you.
No,
Do you
no,
think?
it doesn't.
I don't think
Yeah.
he knows anything about
I
you.
just hate it. Yeah, I just hate
Yeah,
it. That's it.
there's
So
definitely a hate
uh
relationship.
it's I say hate and hate because I hate it, and then my P&L hates it too. So there you go. So that's probably the way to
Okay,
put it.
well there you
My
go.
P&L
All
never
right.
ends up good. Here's Tesla. Tesla will be a fun one to watch today, down 9.6. And we're up. We have a 6.8 million shares traded. So that's some good volume out of Tesla as well. I mean, there's just you could pick whatever you want this morning. I'm going to stick with these four for now. I think there's covers some tech. You got some. Actually, they're all tech, really, if you think about it. And they're the ones that are moving. Got some great volume down quite a bit this morning, and I think they're going to be pretty representative of what the overall market is going to do today, the SPY and the Qs. I got Intel down here and Samara from Bitcoin. If we do get some movement, usually they don't happen during the day. It's just overnight and the weekends. And then I have Amazon as well. Anything different, guys? Anything different than the other one we have here? There's going to be a 3 million shares traded day. Yeah, I agree. It's going to be record volumes. I mean, look at Nvidia, guys. 40 million. We're not even at 9 o'clock yet, right? So kind of
Yeah.
what Peter, what you were saying earlier about the high volume. I mean, that's just insane. There and they're just blowing all the other ones out of the water here. Meta, Apple, and Tesla. So that's not looking good. Baba this morning, we'll take a look at that one. Mr. T over in our chat. Baba today is down 4.11 million shares traded. I mean, I like Bob when it's gapping up on its own. This is just overall market stuff. So yes, can it trade well? It probably could, but I like when they have their own news, and sometimes that news is just Chinese, economy news where hey, we're doing better, or we're their SEC is easing off of us. Like even general Chinese news like that does well for Baba today. It's not going to be their individual news besides just this global sell down that we're getting here. So on that, I'm not gonna be watching it. Good question. Aaron, Carlos, only shorts today? No, no way, man. This could be the best long day ever, and stocks might still be in the red. Just keep that in
Right.
mind, right? So,
Yep.
like I mentioned earlier, Nvidia is down third. What is it? Let's check here now. It's down $14, right? You could get a $7 move, and the stock is still not going to be in the green, right? It's just how bad it is, right? Tesla's another one. Tesla's down $20. Apple $22. Meta $36. So you could still do very good long and things are not going to be in the rest. So doesn't mean just because we're short like this, that's a short day, we can get a nice little rally that can get things going. So, all right, friends, let's stop here because we can go on talking about so many tickers. I'm going to watch these four. We'll see what our moderators have put together in a couple of minutes. We'd love to see what they're watching because today you could really watch. We could go like 20 different ways today. But let's get over to our community events announcement. Peter, what's happening for this week, starting with this beautiful or not so beautiful Monday?
Well, it's not so beautiful Monday. But if you want a ray of sunshine, a little bit of hope, then you should attend some of our webinars. What we're going to do differently, usually we go through all of our week's webinars today. Why don't I just say we've got webinars every day of the week, right? Well, Monday through Thursday, right? We've got webinars for all of our members, stuff that keeps them engaged and interested. Mondays is always a good introduction day. Tuesday, we talk about our strategy and trade book type sessions, right? So it gives you some technical background. Wednesday is always about psychology. We focus on your mind because really it's you versus you, not you versus the market. And this game is 80 to 90% mental. So it's good that you focus on that. And we do that every Wednesday. And then Thursday, it's our mentorship. We have lots of mentorship sessions. So tonight we start with, again, bringing on board anybody that's new or giving you just a refresher of material that you might want to get up to speed on. The two things that we've got going on today is Brendan's got his new series that's only a few weeks old, where he talks to us about his DAS Trader setups, helps you with configuration of that platform. It's not the only platform out there, but it's one a lot of our traders use, and it's one that we favor just because it gives us what we need and it's effective. Probably not the prettiest, to be honest, but it works very well for what we need it to do. So that's why we use it. And hopefully you'll, if you need any tips or hints, or you want to help others out, sometimes it's good to share your knowledge. Join Brendan at 12. Now, all members can join that, not just our elite members. So anybody who's a BBT member at any membership level can join that session, just like you could join the onboarding class that happens at 8 o'clock tonight. Carlos leads that one, and that is more about getting value out of your BBT membership. It talks about all the services we offer and goes in depth into what you can expect from your Bearable Traders membership. Plus, gives you some, some starter tips, right? How do you get started? What's the best way to get yourself going? So, if you're a new trader, you definitely want to attend that. If you just want to sort of sharpen up on your skills or refresh yourself, then it's also a good place to go to. So those are our two sessions for today, noon and 8 o'clock. And again, all members can join both of those, while the rest of the week, you need to be an elite member to get into those, because that's sort of the value add type of activities. So hopefully we will see you at those sessions, and trade smart today. I'm worried about people out there, because these days are ones that can hurt you if you're not prepared. Trust me, because I've done it. I've been on the wrong side of it many times. So I don't assume just because we're down that we're going to continue going down. Like Carlos and I have been saying, you could end up a day where you've made lots of money going green and everything is still in the red. I don't know if that's going to happen. I'm going to be watching both sides of this with an open mind. So we'll see what happens. Anyways, so that's our advice for today, and generally what we have going on. What we do recommend is that you check out tradingterminal.com to keep on top of the news. It's got a little bit of everything for you. They sponsor our pre-market show here today, and hopefully you've been there already and you understand the website. We use it to, it was giving us the initial information on the markets today. This is scanners as well as your trade information. It's all on tradingterminal.com. So if you want to check that out, that would be a great place to go and get your news, your information. Even during the market hours, you can use the scanners to see what's moving. You want to know, turbo breakup? You want to be the first one to find out what's actually going higher? Well, check out our free scanners, and you can use that pre-configured turbo breakup scanner to get yourself there and see what's happening. So there you go, tradingterminal.com. If you want to join us, by the way, I mentioned how our elite members can get access to the rest of the week webinars. Then you need to know how you get in. You do that by going to bearabletraders.com, and that gives you access to our chat room as well as all of these webinars we're talking about. Remember, with the intro and basic, you can get access to today's webinars, right, which are the onboarding class and the DAS trainer at 8 p.m. and noon, respectively. If you want to join the rest of the week sessions, well, you need an elite membership, and we have a monthly and an annual membership you can use to join those. So that's all the information about us. Hopefully we'll see you. By the way, we love your thumbs. We like to see thumbs, especially when they're sticking in the upward direction. So, if you want to give us a thumbs up on YouTube, we would greatly appreciate that. Helps the growth of the channel. You have two. Steve, well, lend us one for a moment, would you? And use your thumb to grab that mouse and a finger to give us a thumbs up there. So that would be helpful. So we'd love it. All right, everybody.
Yeah.
Let's set some levels. We got lots to pick from. We'll have to pick a couple of these red stocks to set some levels on, because you could pretty much pick anything and find some levels to go with. Carlos, that room, totally, man, you are reflecting the market. Your lighting is red. You got red in the chair. You got the red shirt. You are like in the spirit. I'm trying to bring a little green out here, but we'll see what happens.
We'll see. I hope you win. I hope you win this battle, but it's not looking that nice right now, man. This thing is a bloodbath this morning. And we could test a bloodbath because on Mondays we usually have the lowest views on members. We have 575. It's not even 9:15 yet.
That's
That
right.
means all
Everybody's
these
like, "What's
traders,
happening?"
most of these traders woke up and said, "What is happening?" You know what the th over there, and logged on to find out what's going on. So shout out to you guys. Hit that thumbs up while you're here, while you're trying to calculate what is happening on your account this morning. So hopefully it's not that bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
By the
not
way,
great as you can see on here. Yeah.
if you're trading other markets, what's interesting is like in Canada, it's a holiday today, right? So we got a civic holiday, and the markets are closed, I believe, all day today, which means that if the U.S. markets stay like this, Canada's going to be doing a lot of catch up tomorrow. So it might actually be some good trading on the Canadian markets tomorrow, but I don't trade the Canadian markets because they're just not as good. There's not as much volume or order flow as you get in the U.S. markets, but it's always interesting to watch that. Anyways,
Yeah.
see what
Yeah.
happens.
Um, All right, friends, let's get to it. I mean, I got four on my list, right? And there's so many you could pick from. I'm just going to stick with NVIDIA, Meta, Apple, Tesla, and we also have some of the secondary here, INTC, Mara, and Amazon. I think INTC will be a good one, man. They got issues. I like companies with issues as far as day trading, but they got some problems they got to take care of here. So, like CrowdStrike is another one that has major issues, right? So now, everything comes to light after the facts. Now there's some stuff coming out here where they're saying there was some warnings being sent, and some leaders just decided, no, we're still going to push it through. So they're getting investigated now. So there's a lot going on there. But yeah, that's not fun for them. So that could be interesting. Not more of a day trading stock because the volume is light, but I think this thing is going to continue to go lower. Just a lot of things coming out here that are not fun. So we'll keep it on a
Yeah.
secondary just to see how low can it go there. All right, let's start with NVIDIA here, guys. NVIDIA this morning, we are looking at 91.46 is the low of the pre-market. Over to the left, we do have a couple of levels on here that we should mark down. It's going to be this in March, April, May, right? You see that resistance area right on here where the price is trying to get to it now. It's 95.79, so I'm going to mark that down. You can see we had some really good resistance before we had the nice breakout here, heading over to higher above 100 there. So that was nice. And then if we look maybe one more level towards the bottom, just in case this thing is going to do a head fake and continue to highway to hell. We're going to mark down 83, 88.31. It's another great level on the daily, just in case. As far as recovery, highs and lows for the last two trading days, if we do recover into the green, we got plenty of stuff here. Previous day close, all that there is doing an amazing job. This morning, do not need to add anything else. But look at NVIDIA, guys. Look how great this thing is trading. Recovering now, nice recovery. This thing was down $14, now only down $12.50. Nice bounce back. Let's see if that's going to hold. Here's Meta. Meta also low of the pre-market this morning, down at 441. So we'll slam a level there. A high of the pre-market over at 466.93. And then above that, highs and lows for the last two trading days doing really, really good. And then towards the bottom of the low of the pre-market, we got a nice area here. It's going to be around, we got several levels, 433.10. And then we also have 427 and obviously 415 at 35. I don't think we'll get down there, but we're ready for whatever this market wants to do. I do like this area. I'm going to mark this down. Look where the price action is right now. That is definitely a level. And in the pre-market already, we flirted with that a couple of times. So I'll draw the line right here as well. And that's going to be right over here. It's going to be around a 454.77, right? So if you see that, look at the great support we had here. A little bit of resistance, more support, a little bit of support here. So that's looking great. I think that's worth noting down. You can see a pre-market this morning flirting with that 454 as well. So definitely have that on your list if you're going to be watching Meta. Looks very active this morning. Usually Meta, this is 1.1 for Meta. It's like 20 million on Nvidia, right? Like that's a lot of volume pre-market. They normally don't get that type of volume. So exciting to see what it does there. Here's Apple. Apple with 7.1 million right now. Tons of volume, is down at $20 this morning from the pre-market high, from the close. 204, 208, excuse me, 208.09 is the high of the pre-market, and the low down at 196.59. So let's head over to the left, get some levels here towards the top above the pre-market highs. The best level I see, which looks pretty nice, got a lot of touches. It's going to be 213.42. So once you put that on there, you are pretty set. And then towards the bottom, you're looking at 192.28 area of resistance and support as well. So you definitely want to throw that on there as well. So that's looking pretty good for Apple this morning. So Apple is, Apple had a huge. You guys remember they broke out nicely here. This was their conference. Remember their conference with their whatever phone that looks the same. I don't even know what it was again. Everything just their AI. What was their AI intelligence? I can't remember, but they popped up pretty
Uh,
nice. It's AI
yeah, what the heck was
intelligence,
it
right?
called?
Apple
No, I
Intelligence.
don't.
Apple Intelligence. That's
Apple
what it
Intel, but
was.
they had another name behind the scenes on it.
They did.
Anyway,
Can't remember. I thought it
yeah,
was that. Um, but yeah, I remember that they had that
I
nice
don't remember.
pop up. Yeah,
Everybody's
we're
got AI.
right.
It's too much, man.
Yeah, Apple
I need
Intelligence.
AI
I
to
mean,
keep track of everybody's
yeah,
AI.
yeah. So here it is. They had this nice little pop up, and we're just right in the middle of this candle. So there's not much information on here, and I don't remember if this was all time high or not. But again, a really nice pop there, looking really good as far as levels goes. Here is Tesla. Tesla this morning, we're going to mark down the low of the pre-market 184.63, 199.60. That looks good. 199.90 actually. And then towards the bottom on the daily, we're going to track down 179.17. And then we're also going to look at 172.01. Towards the top here, we're going to have 191. It's not a major level, but 191. 64 is a good one. And then above that, guys, highs and lows for the last two trading days. So there you go. All right, perfect, my friend. Let's take a look at Intel. Intel this morning, big drop for them last week. Let's see how they do today. 1990 is the low of the pre-market here. The high of the pre-market is going to be 2105, and then heading over to the left. Uh, that's right. We have this was like 1997 or something, right? It was far. We had not been in here for a while. 2013. Yeah, 2013. It was a while ago. This thing has been down here. So big drop for them last week. 1921. In case we do drop there, I'm picking that off the monthly because we have not been there in a couple of years. So we'll see where Intel goes next. All right, that does my list. Nvidia, Meta, Apple, Tesla, and Intel. Man, it's going to be an exciting day, but it's going to be a day where you have to be very, very cautious. Like you just can't go wild, wild west out there. You got to really, really be patient and stick to your stops. This is where risk management, the best traders are here. What is it? Calm seas never made a good sailor. Well, these are not calm seas right here. This is going to make you a better trader, but you got to be patient. You got to be patient, right? So very mindful of that. All right, Peter, let's see what our moderators have. I see a few on there already. Let's see. Yeah,
Yeah.
we got a couple. Let's
Speaking
go
of
through
our
those.
moderators, we'll start with people are asking after Andrew. I don't think Andrew's going to be trading today. His plan is to stay out in the woods. He's camping. Remember, he said he was camping. It looks like he's pulled down his pictures. I was going to show you. He put this video up of said I'm camping, but it's not exactly glamping. But he's shared a video of like they set up a rave in the forest. Like there was full lights and music and they put this light thing. It was I'm like, all right, like that's not I've never camped that way, but of course Andrew, man, he's living the superstar lifestyle. He is not camping the way the rest of us camp. He said it was like they were prepping, I guess, their setup for Burning Man. So you got to make sure it all works, I guess, so you can set it all up in the if you can set it up in the forest, you can set it up in the desert or the mud flats or whatever you want to call them. There he is here. Oh, yeah. Look, Andrew's out there. Well, maybe he will be trading. Are you trading this morning with us, Andrew?
Yeah, he said in chat
Yeah,
he
they put a
just never is trading.
chandelier up
Yeah.
in the jungle with light. Andrew, I can't find the pictures anymore. Coleman social media, they seem to have been gone. But anyways, it was pretty awesome. I looked at it, I'm like, that's not camping I've done. But I mean, this is Andrew, man. He is not going to do it like the rest of us. He's going to do it Andrew fashion, which is, like one of a kind, man. That's what you do. So anyways, it's pretty awesome. In the jungle, did I say jungle? Whatever it is, forest. Sent it in the newsletter. All right. Well, there you go. You can find it in our newsletter if you need to see it. All right. So let's talk about our moderators and what they're watching. I'm going to start with myself. I'm going to watch some of the old standards. Right. I'm going to stick with NVIDIA, AMD, and Tesla at the top of my list, and then I'm going to see what Apple, Mara, and TSN do TSN is moving with earnings. Like Carlos said, it's tough to find stuff that has unique news, but we'll see if the news plays out. We sort of need more news on it, right, to confirm this acquisition. But anyways, I'll keep an eye on it and see what happens. And of course, I feel with Bitcoin down so much, I've got to keep an eye on at least one Bitcoin stock. So that's my justification. Thor is going to be keeping an eye on the high-level indices and NVIDIA. Megan also just keeping it simple, man. Watching NVIDIA, why not, right? I mean, where are we at now? NVIDIA's got already 46 million shares traded, so you know it's in play. Jared's also following suit with NVIDIA. Phil is going to be watching the indices, Baba and NVIDIA. Oh, we haven't talked about the Chinese stocks, so there you go. Baba on his list. Why not? Andrew is in with his list. Going to be watching Tesla, Apple, and NVIDIA. Phil is going to be watching. Did I mention Phil? I already mentioned Phil. And who have I missed? I think that's it. Carlos, you said you're picking a couple here to watch. And we still have a few moderators that need to come in with their list. But you can see we're all sticking with some of the common ones. I mean, why not? When you got this much volume, you could pretty much pick anything. So let's pick the big volume things, since we know they're moving and moving well so far.
Yeah, yep, absolutely. From my list, NVIDIA, Meta, Apple, Tesla, and INTC for me right now. And I think that's all you're going to need. I'm not going to need a whole lot. All right, friends, I think we are set. If you could help us with more likes, we're sitting at 213, but we got almost 700 people watching. So if you can help us get more likes, really appreciate it. Does help out the channel a ton. So thank you for that. Really, really appreciate that. And remember, tonight's onboarding class. So if you haven't signed up yet, you could do that $1 to sign up today. And it does a couple of things for you, right? Today's the best day to do it because it signs you up for the onboarding class tonight, puts you into the laptop drawing for Wednesday, right? Free laptop drawing for Wednesday. So make sure to subscribe so you come back if it's your first time here. And, and also you get access to the chat room for a week. So that after 10:30, when we come off, we're in the chat about 4 p.m. But I see you guys later at times, Peter. You guys probably go to 4:30 on earnings. So if there's major earnings happening, I go a little bit later. So make that happen. Where's the link to that? It's going to be right there. It's pinned under our chat room. So join our live trading community. So there you have it. All right, friends. Andrew and Brian are up next. We're going to be transitioning over to them as soon as I get the okay from our guy over here. And we'll let these guys take you through the market open.
All right, trade smart, everybody. It's gonna be a fun one, I think, one way or the other. Could be wild.
Yeah.
I just want everybody to
think so.
Take it smart. I'm nervous because these are the days where I've lost a lot of money, right? Because you made the assumption, it's down, so I'm going to go short, and I've just been killed on that. So I don't make those assumptions anymore. It's been years since I've done that, and I said, over the course of this day, it could be tumultuous. We could see ups and downs and sideways, but
or even the other way, right? You could be optimistic and say, hey man, it can't go lower than this, and be hard-headed and start averaging down, and then next thing you know, you're down a huge, right? So risk management, guys. You want to stay alive. Risk management, just stop out, walk away. We're getting some echo from Andrew's machine. Just walk away, take a break. I seen that. We've seen Andrew do it, right? He has a bad start. He'll say, hey guys, I need a break. Comes back in 30 minutes. Right, so someone at that level needs to do that. If you're at not as experienced, you got to do the same thing. Got to walk away and take a break. So, all right, Andrew's all set to go. Looks like a beautiful, bright morning. Looks better than this market over there in Vancouver. Oh, we got Jerry in the house as well. So, Jerry, you trading live for Andrew today?
See Andrew's
camera. That is correct. I am Brian 2.0 today.
Oh my goodness! Look at everybody in green. Carlos, I'm looking at the Foursquare here. We got you bright red. The rest of us are
you down, man.
channeling green. Look at everybody in green.
Putting the market down. All right, guys. We'll leave you with Jared and Andrew because we're getting some kind of echo. So we'll just leave it there and take care, guys. Trade safe today.
Yep, trade smart.
All right. Good morning, everybody. How's your 401k doing?
Better Friday than today, that's for sure.
Jared, now with this sell-off, you got to work another 5 years more.
Yeah.
All right, so
back to levels we haven't seen in 3 months.
In 3 months, yeah. Well, market has sold off to the levels never seen in the 3 months ago. So here's the deal. So everybody knows that the unemployment number came up really sharp, means that US really slowed down. Now everybody's panicking. Asia panicked because of the Japan carryover trade, which Jared can explain later. But the idea was that a lot of people borrowed a lot of Japanese yen and put it in the US market. And now that the market is shifting, the Japanese yen is getting weaker and US is strong. And now they have to cover and bring that money back. So there is always a risk of carry trade. Japan has always been a very liquid currency, was cheap, so a lot of people borrowed that. So Asia sold off because of that, and a lot of people thinking actually Fed might bring the rates emergency next week. So there's a lot of bets right now going on that. I don't know if that happens or not, but in reality, is these pullbacks are healthy for the market. It's still SPY and Q are up for the year, and you can't expect get 25% a year from the stock market. So there is some move of money from equities to bonds. That's why TLT is up 2% again. Yeah, I mean on Friday it was also up 4%. So there's the value. The rates are coming faster, and then the value of the bonds go up. Today is a day that it might actually rally. So don't have the short bias at all, because the day that the Russia attacked Ukraine, market gap down 3%, but they rallied 4% up. So it's 7% back up. So it was a huge squeeze. I can actually show you the day. So don't have any bias about this. So it was February 22, I think, huh? 23?
I think it
Yeah,
was 23.
23. So I can actually show you here. So this is no, that's not. I think it was this one. No, that's the March. What year was 2022? Was it? Oh yeah, 2022 was. Yeah, oh here. No, somewhere out here.
Hmm.
Find that day for you. Let me share my screen as well.
24th of February 2022.
2022. Yeah, it's been a long time that you don't remember. Did I give up?
Hmm.
Oh, why am I not finding it?
Well, you're on the weekly, so Feb 2022, you'll have to look at your 2022 line and then probably like 8 or 9 candles down.
Oh, there you go. Alex actually shared that. Yeah, yeah. Thanks, Alex. Alex shared it on
Yeah.
the chat room. Sorry, thanks for finding it. Yeah, so a market gap down and then boom, rally up. So be careful on that. May not sell off. I remember on a SPY, again, Jared is better, more technical. We have this 200 moving average at 500 a SPY, which is always, pulling back toward that one way or another. So I wouldn't panic sell at all. But let's see. So today would be a good day to trade indexes. TQQ would be a really good option for Qs. We haven't been trading TQQ for a very long time, but when the indexes have volatility, TQQ might be really good. Plus the usual suspects: NVIDIA minus 11%, Tesla, and Apple 10%, because also the news came out that Warren Buffett sold half of their portfolio on Apple, so which is a big thing. What about you,
Yeah.
Jared?
I'm keeping intraday trading pretty simple. One stock. I might trade the indices, but I'm actually looking to position for the week. So, given that it's Monday and we're this volatile, I'm kind of thinking I'm thinking about doing like some in out verticals for the rest of the week, something that's a little long biased, because it wouldn't take much to get a snapback at this point, and those verticals would expand pretty quickly. So giving them the full week to basically realize themselves, or if not, then it's a pretty low risk trade, even if the market keeps going down. Something like that.
So Salim,
Uh,
TQQ is on short selling restriction. You can buy SQQQ if you want to short TQQ. That's the reverse of TQQ. So if anyone wants to short TQQ, if it's on short selling restriction and you might not get filled, you can buy SQQQ, which is completely reverse of that. Same as TNA, TZA, or SPXL or SPXS.
so yeah, and I'm a little concerned with the potential for halting the market today. I think we've moved away from those levels in pre-market, but if pre-market low were to crack, we could halt on the market. So I just want to acknowledge that because we got pretty close overnight. So if we
Andrew's
ever
voice
experience
is
a
muffled.
market gap down, it's usually just trying to figure out if it's going to affect all the stocks at the same time. Let's see.
Is,
A couple questions in the main chat
sound bad?
here.
How's the quality of my sound?
It started a little muffled. It's coming in better for me now, and then as long as mine's not too loud, I think we're
No, I
good.
think I reduced my volume so it doesn't echo on my microphone. I think it was echoing on
Okay.
my microphone. Uh,
Okay.
on my speaker. Yeah, so your sound was catching here. Um, so TMF is the 3 times leverage of bonds. Friday had a massive run. Today also gapped up 6%. Again, it's money is flowing toward the bonds because when the recession happens and the rates are coming down, the value of the bonds go up. In 2008, in the financial crisis, when market dropped 40%, bonds rallied 20%. Because when the interest rates are coming down, the value of the bonds are going up. So that's why money is, dramatically flowing to the bonds.
Yeah, I've been carrying leap positions in bond products, and those are starting to become realized. So it's been holding them for a while, but now we're starting to see the real momentum behind it. So
Yeah, that's why usually the typical portfolios by hedge funds are 60-40, 60% equities, 40% bonds. And kind of
mhm.
they're going against each other. The fixed income, when the equities drop, bonds usually go up. I mean, 2022 was the only year that both of them dropped because that was one of the fastest interest rate hike cycle in history. But this kind of pullbacks got totally healthy for the market. Totally normal, totally healthy. We've seen it a lot. I don't think we're gonna get into a disaster. Again, we are a 200 moving average on indexes.
Yeah, I think the main thing right now is the morning trade is probably going to be extremely imbalanced. Um, my thought is maybe waiting at least 5 minutes. I'm considering about 10 right now to wait. So unless you're in a pre-market position, I don't expect this morning to be kind to us traders. So we're gonna have to deal with a lot in the morning.
So I see we have a lot of people live on YouTube. We never had actually 800 people watching us. So everybody wants to know what's happening. So what would I say, guys? You can join us for a $1 into the chat room. So you see actually our real-time screen with the entries and exits in chat room. Plus, as a $1, you get access to all of our basic educations and basic strategies for 1 week. And that 1 week is just to make sure that the bots are not signing up. Because one time we did it free, a lot of bots sign up. I don't know how that worked. And please, link is tagged on the top chat. Click on the top chat. We've pinned chat up there so you can actually do that. And what else I want to go to say that to you guys that um, Yeah. So, and also please like our channel so we get a little bit of a more recommendation by YouTube, because YouTube likes the videos that people like. So it actually improves our channel SEO. We appreciate that. It's the least you can do for us. So we have 30 seconds to the open. Again, I'm watching the
Yep.
the price action at the open. Opening range breakouts, upside or downside, depending on if they're above the VWAP or below the VWAP. TQQ, potentially opening range breakup. If comes above the VWAP, 10 seconds.
Yep. I'll be watching the video, just seeing how it sets up.
Seconds.
All right.
Yeah, my eyes are on Tesla as well. All right, ding, 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 ding. Market is open. Watch the eye at 929.59. And that's funny, never happened. All right, so
Okay.
very heavy volume everywhere.
Yeah. I'm watching the video jump $1 per share in the first minute here.
That's
So
crazy, yeah.
I am not
See, I'm
touching
looking at
that just yet.
TQQ. Very heavy volume on TQQ. Change my server.
Order book on the video is showing a lot of upside targets, but there's no bid stability right now. Yeah, we're just jumping around.
You doing?
I can't even read what's going on. It's moving too fast.
NVIDIA is showing some strength, but it's still below the VWAP. Oh, price action is super crazy on NVIDIA.
Yeah. We
Still
can't
looking
read
at
these
TQQ
candles.
as well.
It's too fast. They need to close.
Guys, we're going to be a lot of opportunities. Don't jump into anything, you know, in the first half an hour. I think it's going to be a lot of opportunities.
Watching the video off of the pre-market, but I'm gonna have to
Feeling
give
that
this like $1.
I got a feeling that it's DAS is playing weird. Is that true? Like it really jumps up and down. The spread is not that bad on NVDA.
It's all this imbalance. Like we're getting bids and asks
Yeah,
showing up in the range. So whichever side's
yeah.
getting filled.
There's something weird. The spreads are not that bad. So it's not only for me then, huh? EQ2.
Yeah,
I think we shouldn't
right
trust
now
this
this is
pop
hard to
trade.
read. It's too hard to read right now.
It is to read so far. Yeah, it kind of acting weird. We mostly look at the time and sells. This the red line is acting a little bit weird right now. Still, NVIDIA is holding below the VWAP. AMD looks like it wants to go above the VWAP.
$92.50 on the video is kind of where I'm seeing the buyer in this range. So
Some long
I'm not
TQQ.
I'm not
I
yeah,
don't
I'm
know.
not risking 92.50, but I'm long the video just to see where we go.
I got some long on NVIDIA. I don't know what I got filled, but
Okay,
it's
here
kind
we
of
go.
acting really weird.
94s.
My entries and
Yep.
exits.
I don't like this. I can't read it. It's
I know I can't read it
yeah.
either. You know, it
I mean, I
says
can
I got filled 40. Looks, I don't know. I mean, even the entries on my chart are weird, so it's a little bit tricky.
right. I'm mostly watching the level 1 data just to know where I can get filled on the bid. And right now we're at 94.50, but I can't read the chart. The chart is printing erratically, so. And this is to be expected, so it's not unusual to see this. I think it's just we had to prepare for this type of activity. So it's too
Yeah,
imbalanced.
I think when I look at the time and sells is normal. It's the DAS that put the prints a little bit bad. Like I'm right now
Right.
getting filled. It shows TQQ 5043, but I don't know if actually is there. I have to check it in there, but just take it slow and easy.
hmm Yeah, I'm not looking at my chart. I'm looking at my montage right now. That's the only thing I'm really caring about.
Yeah, montage is really good. All right,
Okay,
so
we're
that is so it
videos
looks like it
through.
wants to go 50-50, and TQQ I'm long. Let's see if it stays above the VWAP or not. Looks like Qs are gonna go up. AMD looks like solidly above the VWAP.
The videos over
NVIDIA
95.
scanner 2.
There's a little bit of selling in pre-market at about 95.30 on the video. So this would be maybe a pre-market range that we'll have to clear. But everything about the morning on the video is showing upside. So
Yeah, NVIDIA
it's
also
just
hit the
very
scanner.
unstable.
So
Yeah. Okay. So we're going through this pre-market area, this drop point on pre-market. Getting a little
all
bit
right,
of
so
selling here.
since TQQ is kind of weird, I might actually put some limit order. Let's see if I get filled or not. 51. I really can't. Oh, we are above 51, but
Let's see. Okay, so NVIDIA's clearing this pre-market drop point right here. We should start expanding a little bit.
so I got out of all of my TQQ. I'm long Tesla now. No, sorry, NVIDIA. I'm long NVIDIA at 95.56. Kind of hard to really say, but the spread is above 96, so I'm profitable right now. Let's see also NVIDIA, we can actually put with limit order. And I've never traded like that. That's interesting.
Yeah, trading trading's a little
it's,
different this morning.
it's like a blind trading.
I mean,
Okay, sell this at if he hits 96. We are above 96, so what about 97? Just put a limit order at 97. See if we can get filled there. Never traded blind.
let's see what else is moving. Apple looks pretty good. We're at the top of pre-market ranges right now.
Tesla seems like it wants to go higher too. It looks like generally market did show some strength.
Yeah,
So
a
I
lot
am
of
long
opening range
NVIDIA at
bids.
95.50, and I have an order to 97. Again, level 2 is the best way of looking at the last price action. Again, the chart on DUS is a little bit weird. 96.70, 96.55. I think level 2 is reliable.
I'm starting to look at in-out verticals for the rest of the week in the indices. Just trying to make sure the
Charles
pricing is
Schwab
good.
is also weird. Uh,
Verticals are expensive right now. Makes
Good.
sense.
Okay, I got filled on 97. So I put another order at 97.50 on NVDA. Shows profit on my account. I don't know how that works. Yeah, again, the level 2 spread seems very normal and very reasonable. 97.26,
Mhm.
97.30. Yeah, the DAS is acting weird. Charles Schwab, maybe it's an exchange problem. Charles Schwab, Tesla is also seems like going well. So all of them are hitting the turbo breakup as well. NVIDIA, Apple. So it looks like market is kind of recovering. 97.50, I got filled as well. Done. I'm all out of it on
Yeah.
NVDA.
We might get a bid drop here on the video, like a quick flush to the downside. There it is. Okay. 1 minute engulfing bid flush there on the video. The bid
Perfect. So
started
that
to
was
show up. They're laddering it. Yeah, they're starting to ladder it down. Just for a quick pullback, it usually happens pretty quick. So we're hitting the upper bounds of pre-market. There's actually a stronger seller at 97.59 in pre-market, I think, somewhere around there. I was dealing with pre-market Nvidia already, so I knew those levels.
So somebody said if you restart your DAS, that's going to fix the problem. Let me restart my DAS. But I
Nvidia
had a
just
pretty good
dropped
day. At least the
$3 a
candle, this
share.
shows is really nice. So let's see.
Wow. Nvidia just dropped $3 a share in 1 minute. That's insane. Well, $2.50. It's still insane. This is historical volatility right here. That it's good to see this, kind of know what's possible.
Oh yeah, no, it's working, guys. Looks like it's working, or maybe not. It still has the problem, yeah. Still looks like the problem is in there. AMD is also going pretty nice. It's not AMD. I'm gonna get another long on TQQ with 51. No, still the problem exists, guys. It's doesn't show properly. Be careful, guys, with us. I might actually not take another trade. I had two good trades. Um, yeah, it looks like it's looks like a problem all across the board because somebody in YouTube it says also the fidelity as well. It might be an exchange problem.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. We've seen platform issues before. Whenever volatility really picks up, it'll hit obviously the data streams, but also the platforms that we execute on. So it can show up in various ways. Unfortunately, we just kind of have to wait for it to settle, and usually somewhere around like the first hour of the session, hopefully things are stable. So it's naturally a lot of people wanted to log in and do something this morning, whether it be cover, liquidate, maybe change their orders, etc.
oh yeah, that's why there's so many people on YouTube. You guys panicked, came to see your portfolio, huh? There's 850 people on YouTube. Never had that many people. Uh,
All right,
Guys,
so
don't.
Nvidia's
In
another bit
my
back.
opinion, don't mess around with your long-term portfolio. We've seen these kind of pullbacks a lot. Um, don't mess around too much with your long-term portfolio. If it's not shitty stocks, if it's good indexes in there, just leave it there. Like I have VOO, a lot of VOO holding on that. Used to be up 1.2 million, and now unrealized is only $600,000. But I have no plan of selling it. So if you don't plan to retire in the next 2, 4, 3 years, I don't think messing around with your long-term portfolio is a good idea.
I mean,
If you have extra cash, not a bad idea. Buy some TLT or bonds. slowly add to your portfolio to 60/40. Again, I can't give you investment advice, but definitely I can tell you don't panic sell. If you don't need the money in the next year or so, like, you don't. So I'm back on TQQ. It says the average is 5104. Let's see if we can actually go a little bit higher. Megan did NVIDIA trade on options. Very nice.
Actually, no, that's equities. I think
It
I
is
think
no, that's
Megan
NVIDIA
probably switched
calls.
to equities.
Oh, no, you're right. You're
Yeah,
right. You're right. 92.
because the option market is, how do you price this volatility at the open? You know, the market makers are just throwing out wide spreads because we've never been down here before recently. So, and we came down here hard and fast. So Nvidia is bidding back up into 97.50s.
Oh, yeah.
I'm taking it kind of
So
slow, but I think it's gonna bust this area eventually. Just trying to clear all these
so
orders out.
Q's nicely bounced back. So let's see if Q's can't go above 52. Again, I'm long TQQ, guys, at 51. This is the second trade that I do on TQQ. Look, the chart looks bullish, both 5 minutes and 1 minute. The SPY looks like it's recovering. I told you don't have a bias. This today might actually squeeze all day up. So,
Yep. Nvidia's
it looks like
pushing
TQQ is going up.
98. Yep.
Did you take any trade, Jared?
Yeah, I'm trying to stay long Nvidia so long as the order flow is higher. So I just have to be careful because that was a $2.50 pullback before this new high. So, you can get hurt in those pullbacks if you don't know where they occur. But I'm staying long biased, and I kind of feel as if Nvidia wants 103 by the end of the session. I just don't know if I'll be able to hold the position the whole way through. So somewhere around 100 for sure.
So I
It's
put some
taking off right
orders up
now.
on TQQ at 52.50 and up and see goes because again, reading the price action is a little bit difficult. So my longs, I have orders to sell at 53, 50, 250. Yeah, so Webull is like acting crazy. So I think there is a problem with the data on exchange. I checked my interactive brokers, my fields are correct. Just the data visualization seems a little bit of issues. But the fields that I see is the correct one. I have 7,000 shares of TQQ, average 51. I have orders at 52.50 and then higher. Tesla, super nice. Tesla should have been a good trade. And the reason that I trade TQQ is following the index. A lot of these tech companies are in TQQ and really good liquidity on TQQ. Like, look at that. Every minute we have almost a million being traded. So that's pretty good. As you see, it's kind of the pattern of Tesla, AMD, and NVIDIA are all the same. So the same pattern of QQQ and options. So again, I have right now 7,000 shares of TQQ at 5104. I got filled at 5250, some of it. Extra order up there. If it continues to squeeze.
Nvidia is hitting 99 here.
Hell yeah.
So we're advancing past the shelf in pre-market.
Hell yeah.
We're gonna start hitting these upper bounds in pre-market. It might give us a little trouble at first, but I see all the orders above 99 to get us through 100. So if you're long already in Nvidia, start looking for reasons to partial, but maybe not get fully out. It's right now the order flow is too strong for a seller to step in. We might just get bid drops.
VDA is going to go above 100. This is really nice. I don't have a FOMO. I'm in TQQ. Let's see if TQQ goes to 53. I think it's going to go to 53 as well. Yeah, the market seems super bullish now, like ABCD pattern on the indexes.
Yep. Yeah, I'm seeing reasons to stay long at this point. Vol products are starting to step away from their highs. I think that's good for longs. Um, I mean, the
Guys,
VIX
give us
is
a
at
like on YouTube. Guys, if you hear us, give us a like. Let's get it to 600 likes. Come on, 832 people, guys. Press that like. It doesn't cost you anything. Don't let Andrew Aziz beg you. Please give it that like. Hell yeah, do
if
it.
if Andrew can't do it, then do it for me. Brian 2.0 on Monday.
Yeah, hell yeah. Look at that beautiful head, bald head. Give it the like for that bald head of Jared. Handsome.
Yes. No
By
air
the way, this
resistance.
weekend, Jared, I'm excited to see you this Friday. We'll have a
Yes.
meetup in New Orleans, Louisiana, when Jared
Hmm.
lives nearby. So we're gonna spend 2 nights together. I actually miss Jared a lot. We're gonna have some fun. If you're coming, you're staying for season. Join us for some fun. Yeah, so Nvidia is going up. TQQ, I'm still long. Let's see, 53 is my next order. If we can get there.
Okay,
I
Nvidia
have
is starting
6,000
to hit
shares of
this upper tier.
TQQ.
So we're
Let me
starting to
share
get
my
into
screen.
those 99s. Yeah. Uh, Nvidia's it's not easy to trade Nvidia, but it's actually pretty clean what levels it keeps hitting. So I'm hopeful that there's some stability on this upswing because I still see orders higher than this. It's mostly can we fill them? Because right now we're starting to hit like the top end of pre-market where there's a bit of a supply zone here, but I think we can get over it. Let's see. Just have to be careful.
Excellent, guys. Excellent. So SPY's coming back up. The Qs are coming back up. 52.99. It's gonna hit the 53. I can see the level 2 on TQQ very close to 53. As soon as it hit the 53, I'm gonna get filled. I have orders at 53. Hell yeah! Come on, come on, come on, come on. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
and I
No, not filled yet.
I had that problem. Just barely missing my fills in pre-market, couple cents away. Feels like rodeo
Put all of
trading
them.
right now. We're just trying to stay on the horse. The horse is bucking a lot, but we're just trying to stay on it, you know.
This is the guy's perfect example of don't have any bias. Look at always the price action. I told you in February 24th when the Russia attacked Ukraine, we get a huge squeeze. Like even the market gap down and the news was really bad. But that's how you got to look at the price action at the open. See, I didn't get filled right at 53. That bastards. Kill me.
Nvidia is still trying to clear 99 area. The market maker might have to do like a quick flash because there's some sellers here, but they're not in control of the order flow yet. So I'm not sure what the market maker is about to do, but I feel as if something's about to like crack on it. So just be careful if you're executing in NVIDIA right here, as opposed to maybe managing. There's too many bids right now.
I have 7,000 shares of TQQ right now. My average is at 5104. And I have a bunch of thousands orders at 53, but didn't get filled. You guys can see my screen in the chat room, so I'm sharing it.
And I'm mostly just watching where to pay attention on NVIDIA because the pre-market is kind of telling me what to do at the moment as far as the current move and what might be a consequence. So right now we're trying to get over this area in NVIDIA, which is like a pre-market supply zone. All the level 2 is saying higher, but we have to fill a bunch of orders to get through it, so it's taking a while. It's kind of like chewing through inventory right now, which is actually kind of bullish because if we crack it, we'll probably move pretty fast. It's just taking a while. Is anyone in the chat room trading NVIDIA outside of just the morning trade? Like still trying to hold it for an additional move? Yeah. I mean, I still see reasons to go to 100. I just don't trust this upper tier yet. So we might have to come back and then go out. This is going to be a hard spot for NVIDIA to clear. So good.
So you
Got
still have
some.
the NVIDIA, huh?
Yeah, I'm carrying a
Oh,
small piece up as long as it's advancing. I'm long.
oh yeah, I think chart is super bullish still. Look at
Yeah.
these ABCD patterns. Pullbacks are being bought back up. It looks like I think it's going to go to 100.
It's just hesitating right here. Every time we push into 99.30 or so, the bid steps away. So it'd be good if we could just crack this area and get it over with. So this is something that an intraday trader kind of feels out as it's happening because everything else is moving a little too fast. But I think this spot um, will crack and then go to 100 plus. I don't know if we can trust 98. 98's kind of timid right now. So yeah.
Yeah, it's going to go up.
I think
It's many
people are calling out
many
news.
reason panic on TQQ yet still is doing pullbacks on 1 minute chart, and my average is 51, so I have some good rooms. Do I add? Potentially, you can add a little bit here. I'm actually adding a little bit here. Bring the average to 51.50. Add a little bit on
Keep in mind
TQQ.
we have some data
But
coming out. ISM PMI at 10.
oh,
So
that's not good.
yeah, so just watch your positions for the next few minutes and might get some more volatility. Who's the other trader today in YouTube? My name is Jared. I'm always moderating in the main chat. I'm the yin to Andrew's yang sometimes. We
Kind of
balance each other.
neutralizes I trade like a cowboy sometimes, and Jared is about risk management and don't do any crazy stuff. Jared's a great trader. Sometimes his voice can put you on sleep, but it's not a bad idea at the open. Like
That's
listening
true.
to Jared and meditate.
I get excited when I'm not trading, but when I'm trading, I have to calm my heart rate down. Otherwise, I do some weird stuff. So it's all about what the body needs.
Yeah.
Come on, NVIDIA, clear this area. We're on the precipice.
So guys, if you want to
New
hear the news,
day.
what happens, you can actually use Benzinga. There is a Benzinga
There it is.
Benzinga logo in the chat room that you can click on that.
Okay. I'm all out in NVIDIA for now until data. I'm all out.
So you chickened out, huh?
Hey, I made $6 a share. That ain't chicken.
Shipping that up
That's
to Jared.
brunch,
Shipping out.
dinner. That's tomorrow's lunch. That's yeah. News incoming. At the very least, I would size down, but it depends on your position. Some people are deeper than this. So, but we are going through 100 here. Whew, it's fast too.
Shipping out. Oh,
Wow.
told you.
Okay. Take your chunk. Everybody gets different chunks.
30 seconds with the news. Let's put Benzinga and see what Benzinga says. We have the squawk. So it's a little bit noisy, but let's see what this guy says.
So this right here is supply on NVIDIA. So I don't want to buy there.
Some news came in. Some pop up. I got filled. Yeah. Oh yeah, something came good. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that gave the market a little bit of a boost there.
Look at that. Hell yeah. So I got filled 53.50, 53 TQQ. I have orders at 54 too. Let's see what's going to happen. This is a nice pop, but let's see if action can hold or not. Sometimes these pops don't last.
Yeah, the fact that NVIDIA is holding its 100 bid is pretty positive. This is where we start looking for like, I hate to say it, but NVIDIA could go to PDC at this point. I was looking for
I told you don't
103.
chicken out, Jared.
Hey, I got plenty of chunks. It's okay. I don't need all of it. I just need what I can rationalize.
Guys, you can see
Yeah.
my chart in the chat room. I got filled on 54 as well. I have next
Yeah. So
next
if you're still in
order
NVIDIA,
54. Next
yeah,
order
it's still
54.50, guys, for me. Hell yeah. AMD went green. AMD
cracking
green.
supply. Yeah. Oh, they
Apple
they
moved
like it today.
6%. What, to be kidding me? Apple moved 6%.
Wow. Wow. Yeah. Today's volatility is what we
Hell
dream
yeah.
on every single day.
Hell yeah.
But
Look
we
at
only get it
that.
once or twice.
54.50. Got filled. Party, guys.
Very nice.
That was a good day, guys. I hope that you guys cut this TQQ. It was pretty easy reading the price action.
Let's see. I needed to see what the SPX volatility was this morning. I forgot to do that.
I think people on the funded accounts make a lot of money. Like one of our PCT trader, in the last day, he made $5,000 in the last day, which
Yeah,
was Friday.
marking this market's offering a lot of extra volatility for us to take advantage of.
And I'm so happy to write a check for him. I'm so proud of him. In the funded account that we have, we also have a lot of profitable trader. Great job, guys. Hell yeah, we do it because we are the best BBT community. We are the best trading community.
Yeah, and there's a lot to do today, so it's one of those days to kind of see price action and kind of what's possible on what was theoretically one of our more volatile sessions. So, and it's only been 30 minutes. We're getting double what we normally get all day in the morning. So, it's a big day.
Nice just, guys. DC, you did 8K Friday. Nice. Hell yeah. But make sure, whatever you do, guys, do it cool. Jared, promise that you trade cool.
Okay. I'll be cool. Super cool.
Cool. You whatever you do it cool.
Do it cool. All right. Well, that's the morning. So we're hitting the first 30 minutes here.
Still at 54.52, so I'm gonna put the order at 55
Yeah,
for
probably just
TQQ.
start
More,
marking your next targets. So
yeah.
all of our morning orb positions are hitting their targets. So I think it's just about kind of seeing what's the next move here. It's good to kind of break the morning up into like 30-minute chunks, and that first 30 minutes was very bullish. So we're just kind of seeing how it stabilizes now.
I miss trading TQQ. TRPTT Ed made $3,000. Hell yeah! Well, congratulations. You gotta get paid $3,000. So in the funded account, guys, if you sign up, we give you a $50,000 account. At the end of 3 months, you take the profit out. Like Mr. Ed made $3,000, so he's gonna get paid $3,000 at the end of the 3 months. Really nice. Congratulations. So if there are losses, you don't have to pay back because it's a simulation. Um, so no, you don't have to. Like if you lose $10,000, you don't owe me $10,000. The idea is you sweat on every single trade without risking your real money. So become a better trader. And I think it's a very smart thing for people who have a small accounts and they don't want to, and they want to trade properly, but and they don't want to, risk a lot of money. I think it's a great deal, but let's see how it goes. If I keep losing money, and if you guys come and everybody takes $20,000 off that account, I might actually stop it. But the idea is for you at least go once through it, so to get a real feel of trading before risking your money.
I'm starting to short a little bit of Nvidia here. Just looking for 100 or close to it. Okay. So
Nice, Josh.
top end
Yeah, we get it.
top end of supply on Nvidia, so we're getting bid back down. It's good for like quick drops, basically. I've got
Right.
I've got the pre-market supply marked. It's hard to go through gaps, and this is actually the bottom of Friday for Nvidia too. So it's a little resistant, and I would say like the liquidity of the pre-market might be a little hard at this point. So y'all might start to see Nvidia step away harder than you want, but do what you need to capture it.
NVIDIA went to 102, Jared. I
Yep.
just said that to make you feel pain a little bit.
Yeah. It's hard to know the result of something after liquidity gets swept. And that's a big concept in markets is what liquidity are we targeting? Like what orders are we going after? And then once it's done, what's next? Because, you know, an old trend can be completely finished if all the orders are gone or most of them are gone. So,
So, guys, if you
yeah.
look at the chart that I'm sharing right now in the chat room from Trading Terminal, um, the index is year over year still up. IWM 4%, Dow Jones 9%, SPY 15% year over year, and Q's still 16%. So these drops are scary, but look at it in a grand scheme of things.
Let's see. A couple questions about order flow. So I like to think of markets as always trying to reach towards some orders. And whichever way the market is moving, that's kind of the order flow at that time. So we kind of view it as uptrends, downtrends, and ranges most of the time. most of it is just to try and fill some order somewhere that may or may not be visible to us. Usually like an old high, an old low, the top or the bottom of a range, et cetera, et cetera. And all that is really good for us because if we start to see like really aggressive buying, we can start to target those highs and, basically sell into the liquidity. And the only reason we do that is because once it's done, usually the market returns to a more balanced state. And that can be like halfway of the trend. The trend might be $10 wide and then we fall back $5. So when you look at Nvidia right now, that's kind of happening because we're done with the top side orders and we're falling back to the middle. So it's good to know which part of that sequence you're on because you can kind of play both sides once certain things are done. And that's kind of why I was looking to short Nvidia once we got into that upper tier. At least for something like a pullback. So did anyone catch the short on Nvidia? Now we get to talk about people who are taking both sides, because someone who's purely long will want to hold on for as long as possible, but I always just need to ask them what's their target because if the market changes, they might not want to hold that long anymore. They might even flip into more like a short or a bearish state. So, and you can kind of see it. It's still the same levels. Like if the pre-market is kind of guiding which areas we're trying to hit, but it was mostly about letting one side finish so that we could play it back. And it's a bit more bearish right now, falling to the bids. So,
All right, guys. For those of you who just recently joined us, again, these are really great, amazing trading opportunities, but you got to be ready how to trade it. Sorry, I stopped this guy. So very important to know how to trade, how to use your platform, how to do the risk management. So we have the onboarding session tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern time. So if you want to see our community, what has to offer step by step, all the education and everything. So you're going to go through that, join us. The recording would be also available in the education center, but try to come ask your questions in real time from, Carlos, Megan, and Mike. And then we also have the DOS platform training session um, uh, today. So if you want to learn about DAS, because if you want to go through the funded account, you have to know the platform. So we're going to help you over that. I think, in my opinion, is a great, great opportunity in life. You see my lifestyle. I'm traveling the world, trading, tak, tak, click. I mean, but we got to learn it. It's not easy, but it's possible. Like I'm doing it live in front of you every single day. So there is a lot of potential to have extra income. There's a lot of potential to, even have a different lifestyle. But you got to learn it, and you got to show up every single day. You got to be committed, and you got to be patient. It takes at least a year or so to become a level of comfort for scalping. And yeah.
okay, so Nvidia is back at 97.50. This would be our mid range so far. And you'll see some sellers start to cover here. So you'll kind of feel as if it's starting to maybe like hold a little bit. The question is, now that the sellers have something, are they going to bid it lower than what maybe was targeted at first? So usually this is like just price targeting, but now we get to see if maybe the level 2 is changing a bit, and you'll get a bounce here, a fast one, like that. um, but it's good to see that because you can almost feel when the sellers are starting to cover, and you might even get some scalpers showing their bullish targets because as soon as it bounces, they can get filled very quickly. Now, now the question is which side of the market should we trade? Should we be long Nvidia or short Nvidia? And that's when it gets hard because now we have a high and a low, to work off of. So pretty cool, right? Like you're kind of seeing the market move in relation to the pre-market levels, and those are all established levels. You know, they're very much set at this point.
So if you want to do, so if you start your 3 months funded account, it comes with a simulator account as well, but they start at the same time, and you can't really pause it because the way that DAS is giving us this package is 3 months, 3 months, 3 months. So if you're not ready to use the platform, what you can do is you can buy a 3 months simulator only, which is cheaper, and practice on it for 3 months, and then come to the funded account 3 months later. Or just go buy directly from DAS, buy it for 1 month and practice it on 1 month, and then switch to our funded account. So, and unfortunately, when you start, it has to go to 3 months because again, the package goes 3 months, 3 months, 3 months. Somebody asked, can I have it for 1 year and trade only in 30, in 90 days in that year? No, unfortunately, we can't do that. That would be nice if you can do it. That would be also nice that 3 months calculates only the green days. The red days wouldn't be. But
Yeah, yeah.
only
Just
90
ignore
green days.
those.
Can I do that? That would be very nice. Maybe in an
Okay.
imaginary world of the financial markets, you can do that. But reality is that you gotta take the losses too. And that's what I wanted you
Okay.
to see. With the $500, I want you to see a loss of $50,000 and see how trading is. Instead of some people that trying to sell you trading very slicky and say, and change your life. No, I want to actually give you an opportunity to see how difficult it is. I want you to go through that pain, but not with your real accounts. Because I've seen you guys, I go through the meetups and I see that these are the people that with their money, very tight for their family, for their kids. I don't want you to go and lose that money. Come and lose our funded account money, but you go through the experience. I have a really good friend, Ed. He lives in UK. So he came to see me in Windsor one day, and he asked me a question that, Andrew, I want to trade for my family, for my kids, but how do I risk that money that belongs to them? It's a valid question. Every loss is a loss from your family investment for your retirement. So come lose it this way. Don't lose it right away. Go through this funded account a couple of times, and really, when you see, okay, I have the money, and then open your account. And if I see people who are really good and they constantly come and make money, eventually I tell them that no, you got to open up your account because this is not supposed to be a source of income for you. It's just a learning process. I'm not a casino that you come and make money out of it. No, I want you to learn. If I see really good traders, I really ask them politely that, you got to move to your account. You can't use this system.
Nvidia filled the hundreds on the backside there, so that bounce was like, normally we'd call that a scalp, but today Nvidia is offering $2.50 bounces. So now we're playing back and forth here. So we know where the high is, and there's a 97.50 bounce on Nvidia. So at this point, people will start saying Nvidia is getting compressed, which is usually just saying we can't get through the swing high, but maybe also can't get through the swing low. So the volatility tends to go down here. Price action tends to get smaller. So we'll see if that's true today. But that's a pretty good bounce on Nvidia for the people who are switching sides back and forth.
So for those of you who want the link for the funded account, we actually closed the offer, but I can actually email me, andrew@bearabletraders.com, and I'll send you the link to sign up. Let me see if I can actually find the funded account. Yeah, let me see if I can find it. There you go. So I'm actually posting it in the chat room and in the YouTube as well. So that's so if you want to do that, if you're already a member with us, that would be $9.99. If you're not a member, it's $14.99. That comes with 1 year of membership. And if you want to do PCT starting September, that it comes also with mentorship, 3 months mentorship, working with our captain and team captain, senior traders to help you build the strategies. That also same pay structure and everything.
Okay. I think I'm gonna pump the brakes on the video. I've been playing it up and down as we've just been kind of sitting here. This range is really nice. It has a lot of room. But I think now it's going to be harder to tell which way it's going to move, and hence it'll probably start looking like a pennant over time. Um, there's still orders topside though. There's orders above the high, so I'm kind of thinking bullish later for Nvidia, but maybe takes a while to build a range around this area. So congrats to everyone in the chat room. Plenty of opportunity on Nvidia today. Lots of volatility. So
Yeah.
hopefully everybody got a piece.
Yeah, I post the funded account link, guys, in YouTube and in chat room. So, and if you have any question, just email me. I answer that. Again, your loss is limited to what you pay, but your gain is profitable, unlimited. And the reason for that, again, is you have to go through this pain. I'm sure a lot of you at the beginning, you were going to make money, but I don't want you to lose a lot of money either. So it's very good. When we added for P Capital, it was very, very, very powerful. You know, a lot of people really changed their mentality of their, because you gotta sweat on every single trade. It's easy to make on money on a simulator, but you gotta sweat on it on every single trade. You have that stress.
All right. Well, I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. I'm not seeing anything I want to touch for another trade, so it's a good time to kind of revisit what the market is offering, maybe a little bit later today. Andrew, it's been a pleasure. Appreciate the trade opportunity this morning.
Wait a minute, you're leaving?
I think so. I mean, it's been a good 50 minutes of volatility. It should be enough,
Yeah.
right?
Okay, thank you so much, Jared. Really appreciate you coming. Brian has been
Mhm.
gone camping, and he missed such a day because Canada is a stat holiday. I was camping too, but
Right.
I drove last night to see how much losing money we have, but it turned out to be a really good day. I'm all actually, as a matter of fact, Brent, you can share my screen. So I am $64,000 closed, realized, and I have still open position of TQQ. So it was a great trading day for me. Probably it's going to end up like a
Yeah.
$70,000 day. Hell yeah. Party. We're going to go to Burning Man. Thanks, Jared.
All right. Thank you. Thanks everybody on YouTube. Appreciate
Cheers,
it.
guys.
See y'all next time.
So, Mohammed, the PCT comes with a funded account, so you don't need to sign up to this. So, if you start in September, you do funded account and PCT mentorship for an amazing price. And the amount of hours that you work with these senior traders is like essentially you pay them $5 an hour. Um, if you do both, we can hold one of them for you. After you finish PCT, you start the other one. So if you sign up now and then sign up for PCT, and then we hold the other one for you, holding it for you whenever you're ready. And another thing is that you can sign up now and you can start your funded account anytime that you want. You know, we can keep it for you until wherever you're ready. For PCT, all starts at the same time because it has to go through the program. But for this funded account, whenever you're ready. But when you are starting it, it has to go 3 months because again, there's no way to hold deposit or something like that. It's just don't have a. It's just the accounts that we have. No profit limit. And the 999 funded accounts, no, it doesn't come with PCT. PCT is a different price. PCT P Capital Bootcamp starts at September 7th. And it goes through in 3 months intense program. So you gotta, and like any mentorship program, you get what you put into it. Like, you know, signing up to a gym class, you gotta show up, you gotta use it, you gotta, you know, push yourself to learn. If you sign up to PCT and just don't do any mentorship, don't bug your captains and team captains, don't ask for you got to be one of those annoying guys. You're constantly asking, squeezing the help and information from your mentor. If you don't do it, then you're not going to learn much from it. It's like any other mentorship program. No, PCT also doesn't have cap. Yes, exactly. So if you buy a membership, Michael, we extend it for you for another year. So from the date of current expiry. So you don't lose any. You don't lose any months. All right, let's see if TQQ is gonna get to 55 or not. It's pretty nice. Bitcoin got destroyed, 53,000. What a ride on Bitcoin. So yeah, PCT has options trading as well, but again, options trading is not part of the profit taking because again, options are super volatile. In one trade, you might max out the loss, or in one, just uh, the idea is you learn the price action of the stocks, which is the underlying basic price action. If you learn how to trade equities, it's the shares on this funded account, you can easily go to options with your own account, even if you have a small account, because options you can easily turn a $2,000 account to a $100,000 account. But you got to learn first the basic. This is the alphabet of price action. You got to know the direction first, the pattern. Right, TQQ looks like it's holding around 53. As you see on my screen, guys, you're gonna go higher. Yeah, so Jays, what you see is the background of my apartment. So I used to trade in the office in the morning, but I moved on to a very nice penthouse style. So I brought my office here because it's really nice in the morning with the sunrise and sunset. So it's kind of nice. And I'm building a home office, very nice with the view. Especially in the winter, I don't want to just wake up early and walk in the rain to office. Oh, okay. So we activate that funded account today. I'm sorry if it says not available. We got to. Sorry if it says unavailable. We're gonna activate it in 30 minutes. As soon as my developers are coming to work at 8, they're gonna activate that. Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't know that we closed that because it was a test program. We wanted to see how it goes, and I noticed that it's ended. Check later today. Yeah. I'm so sorry. So anyone wants to anyone's wants to come on the microphone? The TQQ couldn't go higher.
We could wrap it here for YouTube if you want, Andrew.
Oh, we want to wrap up the YouTube. Should we wrap up? Any question before we wrap up? Because there's a lot of people. Barrett, let's go a little bit longer because there's a lot of still people in the YouTube. If you don't mind, let us answer some questions from YouTube, guys. So the question is that passive income. No, there's no profit split. All it for you. Because the funded account is actually a simulator, so there is no profit split with me. It's a simulator. It's all for you. The difference between TQQ and SOXL. So TQQ is tracking the NASDAQ index. So there's 100 companies. SOXL is only semiconductors. I think there's only 12 companies in there. They're kind of correlated, but not always. So that's the difference on that. I'm answering some questions on YouTube. Is DAS Trader Pro free trades or one of those paid? So DAS Pro is a platform, is not actually a broker. So you pay a monthly fee to access the data and the platform. And then platform connects to your broker. The broker can be TD, Interactive Brokers, CMEG, Speed Trader, or Cobra Trader, or whatever that they're offering. It's a very powerful platform. It's a very powerful platform for day trading. It's designed for professional scalping. You can use VBull and apps and stuff, but you can't trade the way that I do. So, is there a monthly subscription or a one-time fee to sign up? So for DAS is a monthly subscription. If you go through the funded account, is a one-time fee for 3 months. It's usually it's $165 per month. That includes the data and this licensing fee. I think the data is about $40-50 per month that goes into the exchange, and then DAS charges $100 per month to use their services, which is kind of pricey. But if you really want to try, like when you make $70,000 a day, like do you really care about $200 a month? Or even when I was trading at the beginning, still was totally worth the money. If you don't believe me, go and trade on different platforms and see how you lose money sometimes with a small glitch. Just go give it a try. We've gone through that path that they use the shitty platforms and we just lose money. Just not fast enough. Yeah, PCT membership also includes the 1 year, comes with 1 year membership as well. I can actually put the link on PCT as well. Or you can go to Peak Capital Trading and you can actually see all the information that you need. I think it's a great program for people who want to work with someone. A lot of people are not self-learners, need someone to hold their hand. Thinkorswim is a good platform, but not for good scalping though. Thinkorswim is good for people who trade a slow, like a swing mentality, buy now, sell 1 hour later. I personally never really used it and never really liked it. VBull is considered shitty. I can't say the VBull is actually a shitty platform, but what I can say is that the VBull hasn't been designed for direct access trading. So Robinhood, and they are selling your order flow to the market maker, so the fields are much worse and much slower. That's what the business model is. They make money out of selling your orders to market makers. But Interactive Broker doesn't do that. Interactive Broker is a self-clearing firm. That means that they clear the orders by themselves. So that's why they're just super fast fields. Same as Trade Zero. These are all not the direct access brokers. They're all selling your order flow to market makers. It's good for buying now, selling 15 minutes later. But when you're trading scalping like me in minutes and seconds, you need a self-clearing broker like Interactive Brokers. IBKR is the best. I have been using IBKR for almost 10 years now, and I fucking love this company. They're amazing. Everything from the website, security, deposit, withdraw, customer support is amazing. It's very safe also, two-factor authentication and everything. And even the commissions are totally reasonable. Like I have no problem paying sometimes thousands of dollars a day commission to them. You go to a restaurant, bad food, you have to pay tip 20%. This is like a tip to your broker. Thanks for giving me this opportunity to this amazing financial market. IBKR platform, they have two platform. The TWS, which was a heavy, hard to use platform that really was difficult to work. And they recently introduced the IBKR desktop, which is a version, they try to be like that. It's, an easier version like that. So I haven't used the IBKR desktop, but that's another platform. But if you open up an with IBKR account, in my opinion, it's worth to have that connected to that. So yeah, the funded account, guys, I'm sorry, it's not active, but we're gonna activate it in 1 hour. Check back again in 1 hour, and then you can do that. So this chart that you see, DF, on my account is DAS Pro, which is a platform that is connected to Interactive Broker. So Dol Shaken is asking a very good question. The question is that why do you trade TQQ today? The TQQ is a leverage product of index, and you want to trade it when indexes have huge volatility. Usually they don't. Usually SPY and Qs during the day don't move that much. Maybe 0.5% or 25%. So the volatility on these TQQs are not that much. But a day like this, when the index gap down 6%, and it's going to be huge volatility, I go to TQQ. In 2022, in the bear market, I traded TQQ almost every single day, and I haven't been trading it for a very long time because, again, when you go into the bull market, the indexes are going up, but very slowly intraday. So that's why you switch to the more volatile stocks in play, like Tesla, Apple, and whatever, Nvidia, that they have more news, because Nvidia, even in the bull market, was moving like 7% every single day. But when indexes become volatile, like today, then it's a good time to switch to their leverage product. So you can use DAS on a Mac if you run a parallel operating system, but I don't recommend it. I would recommend just buy $800 laptop or something like that, and just in Windows, and just use it for DAS. But you can potentially, if you can run Windows on Mac. Any questions from the chat room? Let me go into the chat room. So for the funded account, no, you cannot swing trade. It's only day trade, so your positions auto close at the close. So Dwayne, for the funded account, we did 25 accounts, but that's why we closed it. But now we open it again today because there seems there a lot of interest, and I think you're missing out this volatility. That's why I want to open it up again. We just wanted to see how it goes. So we open it up today if anyone wants to do that. So for the New Orleans meetup, we probably meet in Four Seasons. I'll email you the details this week. We just wanted to see how many people are signing up, and then I email you where we meet and what we do. So just check out the email that you sign up with. And if you didn't get the email me back. Andrew at Bearable Trader is always I check. I still recommend CMEG. Yeah, you can use CMEG as well. So I traded 2 trades on TQQ. So opening range break up, and then I added more. Yeah. Or maybe it was just, no, actually, I think I added. It was essentially 1 trade. New York City, not anytime soon, no. So New Orleans would be this Saturday meetup. Is there any PDT on the funded account? No, the funded account is already over $50,000, so you don't actually have to deal with PDD or patent day trading rules. Sorry. The funded account comes with our DAS because it has to have the risk control and parameters. So if you have your own DAS, feel free to use it or cancel it or whatever. So I can't really tell you, but no, it cannot connect it to your own DAS. There is no loss sharing in the funded account. It's a fake money. So if you lose, you're not losing that much. But if you win it from me. So that's why there's no loss sharing. And the point is not to, I ask you, sue you for $10,000 loss, because that money was never really lost. Yeah, you can, Michael. It's up to you. It's 3 months active. You can trade on simulator on your own account, whatever you want to do. Let's go back to YouTube and see. So Milad, we're gonna open it up in 1 hour. So the link is come check the chat room. There is a link for funded account, and then you can sign up different options. Yeah, Ahmad Yusuf, I'm gonna actually send it to you right now. But the problem is, I didn't know that my team actually closed that page. But there are information here. Check back in 1 hour, 2 hours is open again. It's 50K total buying power. It's not 50K times 4 times 200,000. It's 50K in the total buying power. So reading some questions in the chat room. I'm still long TQQ, by the way, looking to see if we can get to 55. No, if you're an elite member and you sign up, you don't become a lifetime. So if you're already elite member and you don't need the membership, there's options. If you're a lifetime member, then you don't need to pay for membership. Then there's also an option for you to pay. But if you want both membership and funded accounts, there is that different option. Yeah, I think this funded account has been successful. I think we're going to continue doing that. Let's see, get the feedbacks from the people and how we can improve it. But I think it's a perfect way, because what we notice is that a lot of people want to trade, but they don't want to risk the real money. So what better way to practice it in real environment with the fake money? You can't trade pre-market. You can't trade low floats, because I don't want you to get into this kind of messy low float stocks, because that's a recipe for disaster. Yes, the diamond membership comes with the funded account. Right. So how's the chat room doing? How's the forum and the people? Give us some like. Those of you in YouTube guys, still give us some like. Please give us like. Press that. Press that. So guys, email me if you have further questions. Just email me, andrew@bearbultraders.com. Today I answer all the emails. I'm at home. If you have any specific questions, I'm going to answer that. Somebody's that in YouTube says, who gets your trading account if you disappear climbing? So if I die, my ex-wife is probably going to sue my estate, which I don't have anyone. So probably everything goes to my brother. So then some government, my ex-wife and my brother, probably the combination of them, they get all my assets. Oh no, believe me, I'm gonna die very soon. The way my lifestyle is, I party hard, I climb hard. I'm very close to dying. On my grave, please write, he was a good man. He partied hard, he played hard, he worked hard. And he was a good trader, yeah. Yeah, all right. So what else do we have? And you didn't like the video, huh? Shame on you. Shame on you. Shala, you emailed me 500 times about this PCT and funded accounts. Like, this is like fifth time that you're asking questions and email me. Email me again. Uh, I believe you. At the end of the day, you're not going to sign up. I know that. I totally got your vibe. You're just emailing me. This is the fifth time you're asking this question. Email me again. All right. Um, all right. So, shall we do the recap? Because we made good money. We don't do the recaps on the losses, only on the good money. No, Michael. We pay you out immediately. Like right now, we are paying the payouts. So the bootcamp has started last week, paying out today. I think we had some really good traders. I don't think anyone hit the $10,000, but we got really, really profitable traders. So, all right. So let's do the recap, huh? What do you think about that? Because we haven't done recap for a while, and today was a very interesting day. And I think it's worth doing a recap. We can, Brent, you can keep the YouTube while I'm doing the recap. Although you guys in the YouTube, you don't see my screen. If you come to the chat room with $1, you can actually see my screen. So that helps you to see what I'm explaining. If not, you can later watch my recap when we do. All right, so I have to stop my camera for the YouTube so I can actually get the camera. We had a great day, and after me, I think Thor is joining at 11. Actually having some issues with my getting my camera feed. Are we still live, Brent, or we not live anymore on YouTube? Are we live or we are not live?
I lost your camera, so
Its
you want to
camera is
start
lost,
talking?
yeah,
Yeah.
but
Okay, one sec.
okay. So guys, we're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna wrap it
Yeah,
up,
I
and
think it's better to wrap up right now.
because wrap it up because my camera doesn't turn on because of this. So email me, guys, if you have any question, Android Variable Traders, or leave it at the comment. I read the comments. I can answer your questions in the comments. I do the posted recap. Join us for $1 if you want for 1 week to see what the community is about. That would be awesome. And tonight is also the onboarding class. Again, free for everybody, even with $1. You come ask all of your questions there. I might actually join myself and with Carlos and help you ask all the questions. And we are going to open up the funded account also in 1 hour. Just my developers have to start waking up and things. I'm the boss, always start the first. So with that, Brent, thank you so much for the great work. It was an amazing trading day. It was a lot of lessons. It's worth to do the recap, and I'm gonna post the recap today later in the evening, guys. I really appreciate, guys, and all the best. Thanks, Brent.